Okay, folks, part 3 of how I saved my garden from the Houston heat wave, the record heat wave that we had. We had 100-degree temperatures for the last 3 weeks now, and last 4 weeks. Last 2 weeks of spring, and then so far the first full week of summer. Maybe I lost track now. Maybe it's been a good 4 weeks that we've been 100 degrees, triple digits, and all my flowers started either withering and dying from too much sun exposure and definitely too much heat, or they just weren't even growing anymore, producing fruits or anything. So I went and got this tarp cover, whatever you want to call it. It's 40% UV blockage, and it has literally turned my garden into a springtime, and everything is just growing like crazy now. I use a light meter to check, and I'll do that in another video to compare the sun exposure inside and outside and temperature, and it's completely different. So my plants are in springtime, even though I'm in the end of June. Today is June 26th, and look at those. Those are looking very good. Pink eye purple hulls. The corner over here, they're grown kind of weird. It looks like the ones in the containers that I haven't transplanted yet is grown better than the ones that's in the raised garden bed. And the potato, my Valencia peanuts, they look very happy. They're just moving right along. I have one single tomato on this plant right here, and this plant has a couple tomatoes hitting down in the bush down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down here in the bush. And yesterday I shook them up and went across them with the toothbrush to try to pollinate some of these yellow leaves and stop losing my fruits, because it's trying to produce fruit, but it's so hot. It's been so sunny and hot. So anyway, when I put these tomato plants under this thing, out of the sun, direct sun, all of these plants stopped withering, and they started growing. And each one of these plants were in this zone. They were in this zone right here, just barely coming up, and they all grew and surpassed that zone, every last one of them. So they're growing, they're happy. I just need them to produce some fruits. My bell peppers, they was pitiful. They were pretty much had no leaves. They had just thrown all the leaves. They were down to a couple of leaves. And this cherry tomato plant seems very happy now. It doesn't have 100 tomatoes on it. It has a couple. And I just germinated this yesterday. I shook it up real good, but it's growing. It's no longer withering. And here we have some purple hulls, some knuckle purple hulls. I think they're gonna be the bush type, and they definitely are happy. They've grown a whole lot. Let me back up. So it's like a jungle in there. I gotta get my drip irrigation installed before they get any worse than that. I'll be doing that this afternoon. Now, that over there is corn and purple hull, and those purple hulls came up, and they really came up really well, and then they started withering, and I wasn't sure if I needed to thin them out, so I thinned them out, and it still didn't help. It was just too much heat. I don't even think that cream type purple hull cream, I don't think they like the heat at all, this summer heat. But the corn seems to be starting to grow now. Oh boy, very nice. I don't have any bees coming in my garden. I don't know if it's because I got the tarp or it's just not no bees around. Those watermelon plants have taken off. They weren't doing nothing but just sitting laying on the soil. You know, they were very dormant. And since I put this cover on, they decided that they want to venture out. So today I had to go and grab 2 of these trellises and put them in today and start training them. Some more bell peppers. They're very leafy. They haven't grown any fruit yet. I had one back there that has one fruit, and I'm gonna pull that fruit off. It's over there. It's down there. I'm gonna pull that fruit off so that one maybe could produce more. But this guy right here, I counted them last night, and there's about 12 nice size green peppers in here. I mean, really nice. Really nice. And the thing is, this guy was not doing anything. This was the only plant that was actually trying to produce anything. Look at that. It's about 5 of them on that alone. This one, they just start popping up everywhere. I wish I can video this better. But they're there. Lots of, look at the tomato bunch there. Beautiful. Everything think it's springtime, I believe. Look at all those flowers. I germinated all those yesterday. I guess, you know, this is my first time doing this. I guess I am doing it right. But when I shook the plant up, I can actually smell buds or something. I can smell something. So I guess the pollen was shooken loose inside those leaves. And look at this cucumber plant. That's a 7-foot trellis. I probably got it down in the ground a foot, so it's about 6 foot now. And these cucumbers, they just went doggone crazy. They burpless, hybrid, sweet cucumber. And I mean, I just put this trellis up, I think last Saturday or Saturday before, and they were nowhere near this high. And they just taking off, and they're trained very well too. They know how to grab on. They grab on everything, and they know where they belong. And which is good, they're being very obedient and staying where they need to stay. So I got some Indian spinach down there. A buddy of mine gave me some of that spinach, and if you look at my previous videos, there might have been 1 or 2 leaves, a couple of stems here and there. Look at that. And even my oregano, I got Italian oregano and Greek oregano there, and they're taking off. They like the shade, so that's why I got them behind this big old tall mammoth cucumber set up. So here's my hot peppers. These are explosive hot peppers. They're extremely hot. I plan on making some hot sauce with them today. And here is some more of those purple hulls that are similar to the ones that's down there. They're knuckle purple hulls. Oh, I just had something buzz by my ear, so I got me some germinators in my garden. I got me some germinators. All right, I got a new planting over here. I did direct seed. I know it's kind of early for greens, but I decided to, being that I'm almost mimicking under here a springtime, you know, or no summer, you know, cool summer. So I went ahead and I planted some greens and a mammoth sunflower plant that's going to produce sunflower seeds. And so those 2 in the middle are the mammoth sunflower. And those are greens. There's some greens there, and all the seeds doggone came up. I mean, I just dumped a bunch of seeds down there, and I said, well, if something come up, it comes up. They all seem to have come up. You want to take another look? Look at that. I just direct seeded them not even 3 or 4 days ago. And it looks like I got me a red hornet up in here. I got stung by a wasp the other day. Ooh, it almost flew in my mouth. Excuse me for the excitement, but I got stung the other day on the back of my neck. They was hiding. They had made a nest inside my water sprinkler system, And I went in there to deal with my water sprinkler system, and they came out like, "Why are you messing with our house?" And one of them snuck behind me and got me. It wasn't that bad though. I'm still here to talk about it. So here you go, folks. You may want to try this. You can leave comments or questions. And I basically used 2 old 10 by 10 tents as my frame, and I brought 2 20 by 20 covers. I'll add a link to them in the description. And I just draped them over, clamped everything down. A couple of rocks here and there. There's other things I could have did, but you know, I didn't want to make anything permanent. You know, we might have a major storm come through or something. I haven't tested it to see how it'll hold up to a storm, but I want to be able to release it if a storm comes, and I don't want it just to tear me up. It's kind of thin, you know. You expect the wind and the water to just flow right through it, and it'll withstand a storm, but I don't know yet. We haven't had a good strong storm of winds come through this area lately. We've been in a heat wave. No rain, no wind. I mean, actually Texas is in a drought right now. No burn and everything going on here. And if you take a look at my garden, all of my plants are dark green. All of them are dark green. Very happy. It's a front view. Just want you to see one more time, and thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And if you have any tips or ideas for me, just remember, this is literally my first time doing a garden. I decided I wanted to do it just to try it. Always wanted to garden. All right, over and out.